A little rainy up here, but the rain is beginning to subside. Rhino, I'm seeing a little clearer skies up towards the northwest, and hopefully it'll be out of here in a minute. But we welcome to the program now Ashley Farmer, Executive Director of the Greenwood Convention and the Visitors Bureau. Ashley, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, tell us about what you got going on there at the Convention and Visitors Bureau here in Greenwood.
We have had a busy summer and fall. We've had lots of tourists, a lot of international tourists, so it's great to have them back in Mississippi. But we're really excited. In fact, the 18-wheelers loaded in today. We've got the Van Gogh exhibit at the Museum of the Mississippi Delta opening December the 1st.
The Van Gogh exhibit. Elaborate on that.
It is a traveling, hands-on, immersive exhibit. It's been in Dallas, Chicago, big cities, and it actually was leaving Laurel, Mississippi, and we found out about it, and our director at the museum came up with a lot of money really fast. The CVB being the title sponsor, we gave $20,000 to get it here, and so we're really excited. It'll be here through the end of February.
And where is it on display exactly?
It's at the Museum of the Mississippi Delta, located on Highway 82.
Okay. All right. Well, awesome. What other sort of events do you have coming up this Christmas and the holiday season? You got anything special going on there?
Yes, we actually have our big Christmas parade. It's one of the oldest, largest in the state of Mississippi, over 80 years old. It will be December the 1st. Downtown, yep, and comes down the boulevard, and everybody has house parties, and it's a lot of fun.
Who usually participates in the parade?
Well, bands from all over the state, high school bands and floats.
Yeah.
I actually have 17 international tour operators coming in for it. I beg Visit Mississippi. If you come to Greenwood, I'll entertain them thoroughly because my house is on the route.
So what's the message? What's the story? What are you selling to attract tourists and visitors here to the area?
Well, believe it or not, the help is still a huge tourist attraction. When I go to these sales shows, the Alluvian, they want to do the Alluvian, they want to do the spa, the hands-on cooking school, which stays booked out about 3 months out. The help, the Emmett Till statue that was put up last year, October, is a big draw and very impressive, a 9-foot statue of Emmett Till. And the civil rights is just really popular right now.
Yeah. What sort of a staff do you have, Ashley, that works with you?
Well, I'm full-time, and I'm actually interviewing for another full-time help, and then we have part-time social media people. We're a small staff. We work well with the Chamber and Main Street of Greenwood and the Economic Development Board.
Any data that you can share with us in terms of just the number of visitors, the economic impact to the area?
I just happened to have given a presentation to some Greenwood High School.
Very timely.
So the 2022 for LaFleur County has just come out.
Yep.
Greenwood received over $50,797,000 of visitor spending in 2022.
Wow.
We employ 821 hospitality jobs, and the state and local tax revenue from our visitors was a little over $4 million.
Okay, so significant economic impact.
Yes.
Now, do you work with these other organizations, the Chambers of Commerce, the Economic Foundation, and so forth?
Yes, we all work great together. I just saw Beth Stevens. We just put on a car show together, driving the Delta in September, kind of leading up to the coast, cruising the coast, and it was well attended, and we're going to plan to do it again next year. I think the Chamber is going to take it over solely, and I'll just help her.
What about just coordinating with municipal leaders, the city government, county government?
Oh, yeah, I work great with the city council, and the mayor's a dear friend of mine. She's done such a great job with Greenwood, and the downtown area. People just love our look of downtown, a small, quaint.
Yeah.
And, of course, Lydia Chasnaw is chair of the tourism, and our own David Jordan is on that committee, so we all work well together.
Okay, yeah, Senator Chasnaw. What about other folks in the same business, in the visitors and convention business? There are several organizations, as you know, across the state that serve their communities at municipal and county level. Do you coordinate some with them as well?
Yes. In fact, we're a member of the Mississippi Delta Tourism Association. It's 7 counties in the Delta that we work well together. We're a separate entity and promote Greenwood. Clarksdale, of course, is huge with the blues, and so we all feed off their visitors that are on their way, coming or going from Clarksdale.
Got the Grammy Museum in Cleveland, of course.
And B.B. King.
Yeah, and so when visitors come to the area, particularly from out of state, and they're looking for one of those attractions as a destination, do they tend to kind of travel around and hit the other ones as well?
Yes, and we encourage that. Greenwood's not a city, of course, so we don't have 3 or 4 days of things to do here. So we encourage them to stay in Greenwood, stay in Stray, and I do itineraries. Go up to Clarksdale for the night or afternoon, and go to the B.B. King or the Grammy Museum, but come back and spend the night in Greenwood.
Yeah. Anything on the horizon that's kind of planned to promote the area, attract more visitors, conventions into the area as well?
I'm working with several bus companies. I'm attending the International Spotlight Show in Memphis in December, so that's why these tour operators are coming through, and then in Memphis with a 3-day show to tell them why they need to come to the Delta.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you seeing that after everybody was all locked up and hunkered down in their houses and during the COVID stuff, that I saw a report last week that the Thanksgiving travel week, which is typically the busiest of the year, is expected to be the biggest ever
I heard that myself.
In history.
Yeah, we have a lot, like I said, a lot of international traveling is back. And Mississippi just did so well in the tourism during that time of the pandemic. We were number one in getting people back out and working and traveling again. So I'm proud of Mississippi for that.
Are you seeing, though, that people are anxious to get out and even though maybe they're feeling the financial pressure of inflation, they're still making some accommodations to travel and to just enjoy themselves?
Yes, for sure. Our sales tax revenue, we live off of 1% of restaurants and hotels in the area, and our sales tax revenues have gone up every single month for the last year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to see. Good to hear. So that puts the municipal area in a strong financial position and can invest more and hopefully just boost the economy, and you can do more and attract more folks to the area.
Yes, for sure.
All right, what about conventions? Are you still hosting conventions?
We do. People really like downtown. They like to stay in a hotel and be able to walk to the convention, and we just aren't equipped for that big of a convention. We can do smaller, 50, 60 to 150 people. We see a lot of that.
Yeah. Any particular organizations or just groups?
Bank groups, a lot of bank groups, because we can entertain the women while people have their meetings.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of step-on tours, just touring around Greenwood with the civil rights, the blues, and the help.
Yeah. Mississippi is blessed with some fabulous museums, is it not? I've had the privilege of hosting the show from last Friday at the Mississippi Armed Forces Museum at Camp Shelby, which is phenomenal, and then the 2 Mississippi museums in downtown Jackson. We've got just a large complement of really world-class museums, including right here in the Delta.
I agree. I went to the Tunica Museum recently for the first time and was just blown away.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it does attract a lot of visitors. I had someone in the 2 Mississippi museums last year, not this year, but last year, told me they came to Mississippi to visit the museums from Michigan.
Oh, wow.
They came expressly to Mississippi for that purpose. They had heard, and there are a lot of folks that it really enjoy that, and they travel about. But Mississippi ranks pretty high up there.
Do you know, we have a lot of Chicago, because the Amtrak goes from Chicago to New Orleans twice a day through Greenwood, and also with the Chicago Blues Festival.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of interest from Chicago people coming down to the Delta because of the Visit Mississippi tent and the partners that all go to that festival.
Gotcha. So you told me you have a big Christmas parade. Yeah, the ladies from the Chamber and Economic Development organization said it's 88 years old. Is that right? Did I get that right? Yeah. Like the oldest in the state.
It is.
Unbelievable. So when is that coming up?
It is December 1st, so it's the week after Thanksgiving.
And is that something that attracts people from not just from the local area, but the region as well?
It does.
Areas?
The hotel's always booked, and my dad was from Lexington, and when he was a little boy, he said that was like the highlight of the holidays was to get to come to Greenwood to the parade.
That's awesome. Ashley, appreciate you joining us today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the success here.
Thank you for having me.
Ashley Farmer, Executive Director of the Greenwood Convention and Visitors Bureau, has been our guest. We're stepping aside for a break. The Element Well Studio relocated to Greenwood, Mississippi. It's the Ace Bolt and Screw location. That's where we are. It's their grand